Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ancient Mysteries Unearthed, the exclusive online community full of researchers and curious minds like you and me. I wanted to build this place to create basically what I've experienced over the last several years of traveling around the world, meeting really cool, interesting people on these tours and expeditions, Egypt, South Africa, and more. And what I experienced was meeting not only like-minded, curious, open-minded people, but I felt that I had stumbled upon something that was really missing in my life, which was a community of people that actually would understand my obsession with ancient history, more specifically alternative history, the other theories and ideas of who we really are as a species and as humanity, and all the mysteries that surround that, and the implications of these findings. Because when you really go down the rabbit hole of other theories of where we come from and how old civilization is, as most of you might know, as you're watching this, it opens up a whole massive array of questions. But not only that, our identity as a species and the wisdom that we can take from the past has changed my life forever, and for the better. And I know those of you watching have probably experienced something where you've learned something that has completely changed your paradigm and perspective on not only our history, but also, of course, who we are today and who we are as individuals and the power that we have as these humans in these crazy, incredible bodies that we inhabit. So I wanted to take what I've been able to experience, which is a beautiful community of people that have made me feel a lot less crazy and have also fueled that nerdiness and that passion for ancient history, specifically ancient alternative, and just multiple theories of where we come from type of history. So on this platform for Ancient Mysteries Unearthed, I want to welcome you. And if you have signed up, great. And if you haven't, that's also totally fine if you're thinking about it. Regardless of that fact, the whole real main purpose of this platform is to bring the like-minded, curious minds together, bring all of you into one space where we can connect, we can talk, we can have dialogue, we can give feedback for all the research that we're doing, and just have fun conversations that some of you may not be able to have with anyone in your current network, your family, your friends. I know for me personally, I really had to go out on these expeditions myself to meet other people that actually want to talk to me about these things, instead of, well, that's nice, Chris, cool, but I got a busy life and I got things to do, and that's interesting, but whatever. That was usually the response that I would have with friends, family, etc. Not all my friends, but most of them, and family for that matter, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I know for all of you who are drawn to this, it's just nice to have that community and that sense of belonging and just that sense of camaraderie. So, welcome to the community. And I want to go over in this short little presentation what we offer here in the community, what you can expect, and what is to come, what we're working on, what we're trying to build this out into. So I'm recording this right at the launch of the Ancient Mysteries Unearthed online community. And I know that's going to evolve and change so much. And a big reason is because of you, because of people like you that are going to join and help grow this community. This is not just my vision. This is everybody's vision. And we're going to create together a really incredible space, not only online, but also in person when we do trips, excursions, tours, and also retreats. And we're going to get into that soon. So to get into the goals and the mission of Ancient Mysteries Unearthed on this online platform, this community, let's start off with the main purpose, which I just talked about in the introduction, which is to connect everybody. And on this app, you actually have the ability to, not just an app, but you can go on the actual website itself. It's the same thing. You can go on your browser, your phone, or open up the actual app in your phone, or iPhone and Android are both compatible. And you can get on to the actual, what I like to kind of think of as a private social media platform for Ancient Mysteries Unearthed. And on this platform, you're going to find out that you can direct message people one-on-one. You can create little group chats within this when you connect with different people that you like and want to talk more to and get to know better, share research, etc. So you have this amazing ability to connect with people much like you would on a social media platform, except it's far more concentrated and far more specialized, which is really why I created this, because there's just nothing else out there like this type of community. So you have the ability to connect with each other. You also have the ability to post your own research. And so you'll already see examples of this on the community already, of people, myself and others, who post different researchers that they like, specific videos on YouTube, articles, you name it. You can post it here and we can talk about it. We can have discussions about these interesting findings that we all come across. And the thing is, there's so much out there that we need each other to be able to sift through all of the content out there. I'm never going to be able to see it all. Not enough hours in the day. Simply, there's so much content just on YouTube alone, let alone the rest of the internet and the world, ancient texts, etc. So we've got a lot to share with each other here, and that's really the main purpose. However, there's other purposes too. So with this online community, you're paying a certain amount of money per month. Right now we're starting off with the beta price of $9.99 a month, $9.99 US a month. That might be expanding as we grow, so that's why it's called the beta price. But for now, that's what we're paying to every month, not only have a financial commitment to kind of be involved in this community, but also to fund and help raise funds for Ancient Mysteries Unearthed to what? Basically do a whole plethora of things. One of the main things is to help us create content. So what your monthly contributions are going to is helping the team here at Ancient Mysteries Unearthed to grow the content, to create more. And what does that actually, involve? Well, it involves obvious things like having editors, virtual assistants to post this out there, to edit it all together, all the video, all the audio, all the photos that I'll be taking throughout all my travels. But then, of course, the travels themselves. I'm going to be going to sacred sites all around the world. And this monthly revenue that comes in for Ancient Mysteries Unearthed pretty much goes to fueling the travel, hiring local guides that are not just your standard touristy type of guides that are just pushing the main, narrative, the colonial perspective on wherever we are. These are guides that I'm going to handpick. I'm going to do my own research and find the best of the best to be able to give us not only the local indigenous perspective, but the non-colonial, non-Western perspective. And not that the Western colonial perspective is always bad, but we just want the full spectrum, the full picture here. We want to see it all. So that's another thing that your monthly contributions are going to. So thank you, and just know that you are a huge part. You are very important to the content and to the further knowledge and research that's going to be going through Ancient Mysteries Unearthed because of your monthly contributions. So thank you. Another thing that we're going to be pushing towards in the future, and I don't have dates yet, but what we are working towards here on Ancient Mysteries Unearthed is tours around the world, to certain sites, to certain places, with certain guides that we'll be working with, other researchers and scientists that might be collaborating as well with us. But not just tours and expeditions, but also retreats. And what do I mean by retreats? Well, the thing that I've experienced every time I go to these ancient sacred sites is a form of spiritual transformation, for lack of a better term. I feel myself growing and expanding in my awareness when I go to these sites. I feel sometimes memories coming to me from perhaps past lives or parallel lives, however you view that. And I have a lot of downloads, a lot of insights, and some of these insights have been so profound that I've literally shifted out of an old career of mine when I did a meditation at a sacred site in South Africa. It literally led me to changing my entire business, my career, and doing a whole 180 pivot shift because of the downloads I received at this one site. So you have amazing experiences at these sites, and I'm going to be collaborating with other healers, doctors, and other practitioners who combine sort of healing spiritual retreat with these sacred sites, learning about the history, the science, the healing, the expansion that you experience here, and sort of combining them all together. So there's going to be a series of different types of events, trips, excursions, retreats, all coming through Ancient Mysteries Unearthed. And if you're a part of the community here, you'll hear about it first, and you'll of course have not only first dibs, but we're going to work into doing certain discounts, of course, and just trying to give as many perks as we really can to the community here first and foremost on Ancient Mysteries Unearthed. So that's another thing that we're working towards: trips, excursions, etc. Am I still recording here? I am. Just need to check these things sometimes. Okay. So we're going to learn. We're going to grow together. We're going to learn and pool our knowledge, which is just an asset and a resource that I still can't even fathom. And I know as the days, months, years go on, we're going to be building one amazing plethora of information, and this is going to become such an incredible resource. Already is, but it's going to become such a great resource, not just because of all the research I'm doing and the team at Ancient Mysteries Unearthed is doing, which is going to be quite extensive and only growing as the years go on, but you are going to be contributing probably exponentially more than we ever could here at Ancient Mysteries Unearthed, because the growing members are going to create this amazing library of knowledge, and I'm so excited to see how this grows, and that's a big part in you and your contribution. So thank you. I get very animated and like to knock mics over sometimes. All right, so what to expect as a, let's say, daily user or a couple of times a week user of this platform here, this private and exclusive community. There's going to be live streams for myself where I just have certain thoughts or rants or things I want to get off my chest and just share with you. This could be recent research I've come across. This could be me thinking back on certain moments of different travels and places that blew my mind when I first discovered it, that I want to share with you guys. These are live streams that are going to be coming. I can't even tell you how many will be, because it's just going to be kind of more organic, but I like this stuff a lot. Like is a very terrible word. I love and adore this research, so it's always on my mind. So I'll be sharing a lot of things. I just don't know how often that's going to be, but it's going to be pretty often on this platform. So those are live streams you can expect from me. I also will be doing certain just audio, you could call them podcasts or rants, basically, that I'll just be recording as I think about different topics, things, and just sharing my knowledge again, sometimes just in the form of audio. So that's also going to be posted, of course, exclusive to only the Ancient Mysteries Unearthed members. And then there's also going to be, at least once a month, we're going to do a group call with everyone in the platform is welcome to join, of course. And if they can't make the live webinar, then of course you can watch the replay later and only on this platform. So that's a great way to not only connect with me, and we can all connect together on that call, but of course connect with each other. We probably end up doing some breakout rooms, or we'll certainly have specific topics each month that we'll talk about, and then we can all have chats and essentially pool our knowledge again, discuss things on these live webinars. So we'll always have a Q&A part at the end where we can all chat amongst each other after I give a small presentation of some kind, depending on the topic. On these webinars, we might have surprise guests as well. That will be announced, or sometimes won't be. You'll just get a surprise on the day of certain researchers, scientists, professors, academics, and of course just non-academic researchers that have amazing things to share. And I will have them on as a exclusive guest. But we'll see how that goes. It'll kind of just be as we evolve and as things kind of pop up for us here. We'll bring people on as much as we can. And then so that's a once a month webinar, and then we've also got all the YouTube content that we're ever going to be creating and that we have created, that we are creating, and that we will create. It's all going to be on the platform. So you're always going to see the latest videos on our YouTube channel. Of course, you'll see that if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel anyway. But I also want to make sure all of that information's here in the community. So you're going to get all that stuff before anyone else does. And then you're also going to get my own personal library of photos, video, and audio that I have recorded throughout the years and will continue to record on my travels. and researched around the world at these different sites, museums, interviews, of course, with people. There's a whole bunch of stuff I already have in my archive that I'll be sharing continually on this site. And of course, I'll be getting more and more and more of this that just doesn't make the cut to YouTube, to documentaries, to whatever else I'm doing. There's so much that the leftover, and there's a lot of cool leftover stuff that I just can't quite put onto YouTube or social, like the Instagram channel, and probably I think TikTok's we're gonna have that eventually. And if you're watching this a little bit later, it's probably already happening. So not everything can get there. So all the extra stuff you're gonna get exclusive here on the community as well. I'll be posting that as we go, basically, and as I come by these archival bits of audio, video, and of course images, photographs. So that's what you can expect here on the channel. And honestly, there's going to be more things going on. There's, of course, our podcast as well, where we interview top scientists, researchers, authors, etc., who are leading the pack of researchers in their own individual ways. So, people like Dr. Robert Schoch, Mohammed Ibrahim, Michael Tellinger, and so many more amazing people I'm going to be getting on this podcast throughout the weeks, months, and years. And that thing's going to be growing as well. And that's going to be really incredible interviews and presentations that will be available first and foremost to everybody here on the community. Now, that will be a free podcast everyone can access outside the community. But you guys are going to get all the sneak peeks, any of the behind the scenes, all the extra stuff coming in to this community and only this community. So I think that's about it. It's a pretty, just a bit of a rough video here, no visuals or anything to help tell the story here. But I really just wanted to have a raw, kind of live off the cuff video of welcoming you to this community, first and foremost. And of course, just kind of laying out the, what to expect on this platform, what you're getting yourself into basically, and what you have to look forward to. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. And remember, you are so important to the growth of this community and also to the research and contributions to Ancient Mysteries Unearthed for our own research, because you're playing a huge role just by subscribing to our membership here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you and your contributions and your energy and your time. And stay tuned for so many more cool things coming up in the near future and down the road as well. So thank you for now, and we'll see you in the next video. Much love.